So many medications, people shouldn't be fearful if both parties are educated. See, I don't like that. It sounds like this person, so many medications, people shouldn't be fearful. Nah, he or she, I'm not sure who this person is, but this strikes me as someone who wouldn't tell you.
In the last 8 months, Atlanta alone, have reported 20,000 HIV cases. I don't know how many times I can say this, but I'm going to say it every day if I have to. You need to keep your legs closed. I don't know what the hell is going on, but sex is not one of them things that you need to be doing. It's not worth dying for. And I don't care how good the medication is now. I don't care that it is now not a automatic death sentence like that as it used to be. I don't care. Keep your legs closed. 20,000 cases in the last 8 months in Atlanta. Is it worth? I wish I would even go visit down there. It is not going to happen. And unfortunately, I know some people that have contracted it.
Now, there's another video I want to show you guys, but I think this is really, really important. And I'm glad people are making videos like this because, well, people need to hear this information. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to do much in a weird way. I think that we're at a point in time where I see people, you know, when they get STDs or HIV. And by the way, it's not just HIV being the only STD that is going rampant around here. There's other chlamydia, all types of things that people are spreading. Unfortunately, I just think that there's a lot of people that just don't care because I think the frame of mind is they don't believe that they can catch something. They believe that they can go around having unprotected sex and they won't be the one that'll catch something. And unfortunately, that is happening right now today, mainly due to this lifestyle, this promiscuous lifestyle that is supported within culture today, especially within the Black community. You know, we love doing stuff like this, going out to clubs, sleeping around, having children out of wedlock. That is a regular, normal thing. And it shouldn't be. This is actually like the first, this way of living was never normal at any point in history, right? We are becoming things like, you know, like even talking about sex used to be something that wasn't even, you know, public. Nowadays, everything's so sexualized. It's really interesting when you kind of take note of these things. Like even think back to a few years ago when what was it, Cardi B and what was it, Megan, that came out with that WAMP song. I'm not going to say the words, but wow, right? Like what a time we're in to where we can just do stuff like that. And I'm not, you know, obviously, you know, to each their own, like you can do stuff like that, but just be aware of what is now normal today and what wasn't back then and what is working against us and what isn't. Again, I'm going to show you guys another video, but I want to say, like, yes, stuff like this, we should be bringing to the forefront, like conversations like this. But in my honest opinion, unfortunately, I don't think it does much because people are still going to live their lives, right? We have people that have STDs, that have HIV, and won't tell you anything at all, right? They'll just sleep with you and really just leave it to you, which is a crime, and really you should get time for that. But that is where we're at, where people are so selfish and people don't care about other people. They care about themselves and what they're getting for themselves when they're sleeping with you, you know, because then it becomes your fault, right? If I have HIV and I'm sleeping with a woman or vice versa, a woman sleeping with a man who has HIV or vice versa, right? And I know I have HIV and you don't, and then you get it from me. Well, it's your fault because you slept with me. I don't got to tell you anything. There's a lot of people that are carrying this mentality, and I want to show this other video because I actually think this is a good thing. And then I'm going to go through the comments and we're going to see what they have to say about it. So obviously the brother is okay with that, and I actually think this is healthy in that it seems like these people have a relationship, of course, and she told him about her situation and he was okay with it. Now in this case, if for whatever reason, if you think this woman or man is just so fine or so handsome and you're willing to take on this lifelong disease, and it is that, I don't care, whether the medication can get it down to a point to where it can't be detected, it's a lifelong disease. If you are okay with that, by all means, right? By all means. But for most people, that usually isn't the case. But I actually want to commend her, and I think this is healthy in that she's actually being communicative and letting this gentleman here know, like, yo, this is what I have. Because again, like, people won't do that because they're scared that they're going to lose someone or they won't have someone. And I actually seen another story recently where this man caught HIV from a woman, I think it was in Texas. And he ended up just staying with her because, well, I mean, they both had it. And he didn't want it too. It really broke him. But he ended up just staying with the girl, which is really kind of sad. But this is what is going on out there. So when I see stuff like this is good in that she is explaining to you what she has. And if you are okay with it, you're okay with it, to each their own. Let's go through the comments right here. First comment right here, this woman says, I'm not mature enough for all that. I wouldn't even say that. You could still be mature. Let me fix my mic real quick. It doesn't make you not mature if you choose not to be with someone who has HIV. You don't have to. It's your body. Yep. There's very few things that people own in this life, but this body, your words, your mind, you can do what you want with that. Don't ever let somebody tell you that you can't. So if you don't want to date someone for whatever reason, you don't have to. That goes beyond just an STD. You are attracted to what you like. And if someone, if you're not feeling them for whatever reason, you don't got to be with them. What else we got here? This person says, I don't care as long as you let the other person know that's your life, not my business. And I agree with that. That's why I said this is actually healthy. If as long as you're letting them know what the deal is, then we all good. Okay. It's not a surprise thing, because that's where the upset comes. That's where the heartbreak, the crying, the potentially unaliving someone. That's when all that comes. It's in the unexpected. So you have to keep people informed about stuff like this. I'll go to another comment. This is education, but people are not even trying to learn. Which is why, because we all are out here effing. Let's be grown and talk about STDs. Yeah, I mean, that is true. I mean, and that's the thing too. Like, especially, I'm Christian, so I come from a Christian worldview and a Christian perspective on these things. And obviously, as you guys know, within the Christian worldview, we should be highlighting, saving yourself for marriage and things like that, and not sleeping around. And I'm not, I'm hip to, I understand that in the heat of the moment, things do happen. We have to be real now. People do just end up having unprotected sex. But even in that, I would recommend using protection, right? So that you can protect yourself, or have better odds of protecting yourself from things like this and as such. So yeah, what else we got here? Let me see if we got another comment right here. So many medications, people shouldn't be fearful if both parties are educated. See, I don't like that. It sounds like this person, so many medications, people shouldn't be fearful. Nah, he or she, I'm not sure who this person is, but this strikes me as someone who wouldn't tell you. I think it's a guy, what he has if he's sleeping with you. And that's dangerous. So I don't agree with this comment. It's like, who do you think you are? I would recommend saving yourself for marriage, not sleeping around. Again, understand that things do happen, but what you want to do, because we don't live in a perfect world, right? You want to avoid as much headaches as possible. One way you can do that is by not sleeping around in terms of STDs. So I'm gonna leave you guys with that. Let me know what you guys think of the video. Jubilee recently reached out to me. They told me that, the episode I was a part of is going to be on the 24th. I'm going to do a breakdown on that. I can't say the title of that video just yet. Once it comes out, then I'll go into more depth. But the reason why I'm bringing it up is because looking back on that conversation, there are some things that I've been just replaying in my mind that I want to go over and highlight. So I'm just kind of throwing that out there. Let me know what you guys think of the video, what you guys think of this situation, this HIV and STD situation, and put your stuff down in the comments, and I'll be ready to comment and go back and forth, and we could talk about whatever you want. So enjoy your day. Be blessed. Amen.